Well, most of us are fans of physical education, but few of us are aware that chemistry makes part of sport.
In fact, sports is one of the activities that have benefited most from the development of chemistry. It takes a lot of years for an athlete to reach his Olympic dream, whatever the sport is.
Yet, chemists help the athlete to realize his dream, to improve new things such as accommodation, equipment, stadium, and kit.
This was thanks to developments in chemistry and chemists who work hard to create new materials that are stronger, lighter, and more resilient.
The less weight cyclists have to turn around, and the faster they will be able to go.
Back in 1817, German inventor Carl von Drais invented the first bicycle. This was made up of wooden beams and no pedals. By the time the modern safety bicycle was being developed in the late 1800s, most frames were made up of steel tubing instead of wood or cast iron. This made the bike quite strong but also very heavy. It weighed around 36 kilos.
Today, bicycles are made out of exotic materials such as titanium, aluminum, and carbon fiber, forming polymer. These polymers are as well being extremely light, strong, and flexible. Athletes require a lot of energy to be able to use physical activity.
Have you ever wondered where this comes from?
It all goes down to chemistry.
The food that we eat contains stored and chemical energy. The large molecules are broken down into simpler ones by a series of chemical reactions that takes place in our digestive system.
This glucose is transported to the muscles where it reacts with oxygen coming from the lungs, producing carbon dioxide, water, and energy.
This energy is stored in a molecule called ATP. When a phosphate group is broken down, energy is released in the form of heat. Such heat is used to drive various chemical and mechanical activities.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to.
Chemistry has allowed us to benefit from the advantages of modern sportswear. Sports clothing has come a long way from the cotton vests and shorts.
The most familiar and important fibers used in sports clothing is leather, which was invented more than 50 years ago.
This is a polymer. A polymer is a long organic molecule made up of smaller molecules called monomers. These form in chains containing hundreds and thousands of monomers.
You know, move it nice and sweet and sassy. Alright?
These materials are used in different sports clothing, from swimming costumes to cycling kits, where close fit is required rather than a loose one. Ouch! Since its elasticity enhances both comfort and fabric performance.
Physically fit, physically fit woman.
After exercising, it's easy to become dehydrated as so much water is lost in sweat. What's the only water that's lost? Sweat contains salts and other essential chemicals. And then, of course, the energy that's being burnt up needs to be replaced.
I like to move it.
Sports drink contains these three important components: water, electrolytes, and carbohydrates. Water on its own isn't enough. It quenches thirst too quickly, and there is a danger that the athletes remain dehydrated.
Even if they do drink plain and sufficient water, there is a chance that the level of salt in their blood will fall to dangerous levels. Electrolytes, including sodium and potassium ions, replace those lost in sweat.
Carbohydrates are also important as they replace the lost fuel burned by the muscles.
Well, there will never be an alternative for hard work and sheer dedication.
Chemistry can add value to make sport happen.
And this was just a small glimpse of the whole story of how chemistry is used in sports. We hope this video shows that without chemistry, sports would not exist.
And that when they come together, they produce a
Winning team!